Hi everyone. So previously we saw the strings in C. So today we are going to see the string library functions which are inbuilt in the C string header file. So today's task is to look through the functions of string library. So let's get started. So it's going to be like string library function. String library functions. Now hash include stdio.h. Now, to use the string library function, we need a string header file. So in C we have hash include string.h header file. So again hash include string.h. So with this header file you can use the string library function which are inbuilt in the C. So again we start main function, and so we need string, so character. Now I'm creating a string of say text, and it's going to be of say some 100 letters. That's it. And so now the first string library function we are looking is the string length function. So the string length function is basically you can consider through its name that it gives you the length of the string. That means how many letters are in a particular word or in a sentence. So for that I will need an integer. I will consider it as an n, and yes. So now I'll write over here as printf, enter the text. Now scanf %s, comma, giving it some, I think it's going to be text, and that's it. And then I'm defining n equals to, so the string length function is like this, strlen, and inside the braces we have to put the string name. So that's it. And then again I will write over here as printf, enter text contains %d letters, it's going to be from n, which is 49. So yeah, that's it. And here backslash of n, and enter text. Again I will have to write over here, enter the text, and I'll write over here again a printf statement for my string. So it will be %s backslash of n, I'll write over here again backslash of n, and here text. So yeah, that's it. Now this is a string length function from the string library of this. So the text I'm going to write over here is decoder. Done. Okay, and let's run it. So you can see enter the text. I enter decoder, then the enter text contains 6 letters. So you can count the letters in decoder, it will come out to be 6. Again, now let's try here with some spacing over here. And for this we have to make here certain changes. We'll like this, backslash of n, and here s will go out. Yes, that's it. Now I'm writing over here as decoder app. So decoder spacing app done. Now you can see the total. Now let's check it out. So you can see enter the text. I enter decoder app. Enter text contains 10 letters. So previously decoder contained 6 letters, which was correct. And in this I added additional 3 letters only. So the total must be come out to be 9, but it's giving me 10. So this is because the spacing is also counted in this function. The space is also considered to be a letter, as an empty letter you can consider with a blank space. So the blank spaces are also considered when you are counting the letters in the strings or the spacing in the strings. So keep it in mind that the spacing do counts using this function. So that's it, the string length function. Now moving on towards another function, that is the string copy function. So let's edit this. So in the string copy function, I will need this int over here. I will have another string saying like copy, and it is also going to be 100. Printf enter the string, and I'm removing this complete part. Again removing this part. So till now it's correct. So scanf. Now the string copy function, you can just make it through your the word of meaning itself. It copies the string from one string to another. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the string contents of text into the copy string. So this is the string copy function, strcpy, and here how we put the string names, like we used to write the first string as the string in which you want to copy, or in which you want to transfer the content of the another string. So here I want to transfer the contents of the text string to the copy string. So first of all I will write copy, and then giving a comma I will write the text. So this, you can see I wrote copy first because I want to transfer the contents of the text string to the copy string. So that's it. Now string copy, and likewise I will write printf over here. The transferred content is as follows. So I'll write here a backslash of n, and then giving a %s symbol. %s, and here I will use now copy, because I transfer the contents of the string text to the string copy. So again let's start with, I'm giving like here as code line spacing done, and okay, now let's run it. So you can see I entered the text, the transfer content is as follows, code line. So that's it, and I will make here more proper, giving a backslash of n over here. Now again the same input I am giving, code line, so running it. So you can see enter the text, the transferred content is as follows, code line. So you can see I stored the content that I typed in the text string, but using the string copy function I copied the contents of the text string to the copy string and then printed it with respect to the copy string. So this is how the string copy function works. Now our third function that we are going to see is the string compare function. So then, as the name suggests, you are able to compare the two strings. So again, let's edit this. So the string compare. Now if you want to compare two strings, like say if both the string contains the same letters or the same equivalent letters and equivalent length, so the string compare function is useful. So this is how we use. I will again need here as scanf, and then again %s. Now I'm removing this spacing because I will let you know that later on why I'm doing so. So, and here I'm going to make here as text2, and here I'm going to create text1, and then again here making some changes, text2, and here text1. So I will take two string inputs from the user and then compare. So for comparing, I'm doing like this: if strcmp is the string compare function, and here I will write over here as text1 comma text2. Now if I will check whether the two strings entered are equal or not. So I will write over here as equals to 0. If they are equals, I will printf that both strings are same. Again here \fn, both strings are same, otherwise else printf both strings are different. So both strings are different. So this is the string compare function. Now let's give two inputs. So my first input is code, another input is also code. So done. Now let's run it. So you can see I entered both the strings same, so code and code, so that's why it gave me both strings are same. And let's make here a bit of change. First I'm giving a code and my second letter is going to be line. So done, then okay. Now let's run it. So you can see both strings are different because my first string contained code and my second string contained lines, so they both are different. It doesn't matter, even though if you count this their string length, like code has 4 letters, line also has 4 letters, so it doesn't checks the numbers, it actually checks the ASCII values of each letter, and correspondingly it checks whether whether the words are same or not. So that this is the string compare function. Now why I here chose only a single letter, why I was not taking a complete string. Now that's what I'm going to show you now. So here again \fn, uh, s, and again over here I'll make \fn and then s. So this is the little bit of edit. Now I'm giving code line and another also like code line. So done. You can see both the strings are same. Now let's run it. So you can see the output, both strings are different. Now, why it gave me so? Well, that happened because of the spacing. As I said about this in the previous video, that it considers spacing also. So until and unless it finds the endpoint of the complete string, it will consider the spacing. So the two strings I wrote, though they were same, they were considered in the single segment because of this, as I have given the length to be of 100. So code line are basically 8 characters, but if you consider the spacing, it will they are to be of 9 characters. So let's try making here something as 9 characters, and also here as 9 characters. So our input remains the same code line. Now let's run it. It's still giving them both strings are different. That's what happens. Now if I consider this to be 8, um, 8, let's try making this. So this function usually don't work when you are considering the spacing. It's better to use with the words, I think, without using the spacing. So that's the drawback of the string compare function. Now moving on to the third function of the string library is the string concatenation. Now concatenation means joining in two sentences or two words. So let's make here, we have to make some minor changes. Again, I am removing the spacing over here, percent s. So now I have to remove this completely, the if else part. Yes. Now after taking two strings from the user for concatenation, I will have like strcat. So this is the string concatenation function. Now this function works similar to the string copy function. So you have to write the first string as the string in which you are with which you are going to concatenate. So I'm going to concatenate with text 1 and with string, so text 2, so text 2. Now what meanings it gives is that I am putting text 2's element into text 1 without changing text 1 elements. So that means I am transferring the text 2 elements into text 1 without changing the elements of the text 1. Whereas string copy, if I will have been using string copy function, it will have changed the elements of text 1. So that's the difference. And again, I am here making it as 100 and here also 100. So after string concatenation, I have to print. So printf after concatenating strings, output is backslash of n %s, and here I'm going to give text 1 because I'm transferring in text 1, so that's it. So text 1 again. Now here's the thing, my first is going to be code and my second is going to be line. So done. Now let's run it. So you can see enter the text after concatenating strings, output is code line. So it combined me code line. Again, I will make here some changes, minor changes, adding backslash of n. Now again, I'm putting the same input. This time I'm giving a space after code. Done. Okay, and then again running it. So after concatenating string, output is code line. So this is it. You can see now it combined me the two strings as code and line were two different strings, so it combined me, giving me a complete word code line. So this is how the string concatenation works. So these were the four functions that we have discussed. Basically, these are the four functions that are mostly used in your, and now the same will follow here also. The spacing defect, or you can say the drawback, is also with this function because it is unable to realize the two strings. So yes, okay, now let's give the input. So my first input is going to be code line and my second input is going to be decoder. So let's try making it concatenate. So you can see it gave me a correct output of text 1 string. Code line is a correct, but while concatenating the second string that was decoder, it gave me something error. So this is the drawback of this. So thank you guys for watching.